Welcome back. MTG Joe here, playing a brew. So I kind of ran into this strategy, saw a couple cards on the ladder, and I'm trying to rebuild it. So it's not exactly what the opponent had, but there's a really cool interaction that I want to see if can work. So Dryad of Ilysian Grove lets you play an additional land each turn, and also all your lands are every basic land type, so they can tap for all 5 mana. They also all enter the battlefield as a swamp. Paired that with Dread Presence, where rewards you for playing swamps. So if a swamp enters the battlefield, you can either deal 2 damage, gain 2 life, or draw a card and lose a life. So we're kind of playing a deck built around these two, and then we're playing a black-green kind of rock style, typically the term used for like a mid-rangey kind of control deck in these colors. So kind of pairing up with that, we have Nissa. Since we're kind of a big mana deck, we want to take advantage of that. Agonizing Remorse to disrupt their opponent's hand. Wolfwillow Haven as our ramp. Want to try to avoid creatures like Paradise Druid. This also lets us tap the turn it comes down if we have an open mana source. One Finale is kind of an alternative win con. If we generate a lot of mana, we can just find whatever creature we want in our deck and win. And then it could also help us find combo pieces. 2 Murderous Riders as removal. A couple Treacherous Blessings, because this is Jund without the red, so greatness at any cost. So basically it's a 3 mana enchantment where we draw 3 cards, and then whenever we cast the following spell, we lose a life. But we can target it with stuff like Vraska to take it out. So that's a way that we can deal with it that way, to try to get rid of it. We also have Casualties of War, which can also target it, which is nice. So the Dread Presence, couple Questing Beast as filler in the 4-drop slot. Was running into a lot of blue-white control when I was testing, so it's a way to target planeswalkers and creatures. Vraska is really good with like Banishing Lights, all the 3 mana planeswalkers, stuff like that. 1 Deathsprout as removal that also ramps us. 2 Lilianas as top end. It lets us sacrifice as well. That gets around Dream Trawler. 1 Bolas as Citadel. I haven't tested this out yet, but basically I was finding I wanted to have some way to play additional lands off the top of our library, and this works out nicely. We can gain the life as well with Dread Presence, so the 3 of these out is kind of turbo like machine gun. And then 3 Casualties of War, which just blows up the world. Mana base pretty simple. Your duels, and then 3 castles. I'm actually going to put in 1 Fabled Passage and just go from there. Sideboard wise, I just threw together a sideboard. We'll see what we want to go with. So Noxious Grasps, Return to Natures versus enchantments or artifacts, or if we need to exile key cards. A Cry, another Murderous Rider, Lovestruck Beast against aggro, Thrashing Brontodon against like aggro, but also enchantment and artifact removal. A couple Ritual of Soots for the more aggressive matchups, and 3 Shifting Ceratops versus the control matchups. So let's try it out. We are plat tier 3, kind of been up and down. I've been running like 50% most of the time. I've been going on like 6-7 game win streaks, and then followed up with like 4 or 5 game losing streaks. So net haven't really gotten that far ahead, but hopefully we can get it here. I had a really godly record against red aggro with my Doom deck, but I could not beat Wilderness Reclamation. I would be up every single game, and then they just combo kill me towards the end. I'm going to keep an Agonizing Remorse here. This looks like a blue-based control deck. So this is probably Reclamation or Flash. So I'm going to prioritize keeping Swamps in hand for Dread Presence. Okay, so they Growth Spiral. We'll see if this is the Rec deck. I think we take Uro because it exiles it as well, so they don't get it back later. And there's still a turn off from Nissa. This is non-land permanent, so it can't touch the Nissa. So can't tell yet if they're Wilderness Reclamation and just missing, or there's some sort of flash deck. So with the Nissa trigger on the stack, we're going to kill it with Murderous Rider. Here I'm just gonna probably play out Dread Presence. I'm gonna get a forest here. This doesn't really block well against the breeding pool. And I'd rather this resolve just because attrition wise it can gain us value. Taking quite a bit of damage. So this can be a couple things. I'm gonna just gain the life. And I think we just get them to counter this turn. Oh, this blocks better. So if it resolves, then it can block the breeding pool. In retrospect, I should have played this first, so then I could have targeted that. Flash is going to be a tough matchup for us. Let's see if this resolves. Okay. Let's just gain a life here. So we can gain a life, draw a card. That still puts us on Nissa. See if they attack in on the Vraska. Oh, they got Night Pack. Yeah, we're super dead. So untapped land, we can Liliana, but it still doesn't do enough. Yeah, we're dead. Let's not show more stuff. I swear, these flash decks have been nowhere, and then as soon as I pick up a mid-range deck, all I've been running into is these. So the Grasps are good, another Murderous Rider. Oh, Ceratops are good. Do I want the rituals? So Treacherous Blessing's a little ambitious, to say the least. Vraska is not as good in this matchup. I doubt we're dropping a Bolas' Citadel. Nissa is also not that good. Play these out. Because at least Liliana can downtake, it can draw us cards. Like, we're going to win with the smaller stuff here. Finale's probably too ambitious. Let's go up another Nissa. Postboard, we're a little bit better suited. Kidding me? Poor showing. Poor showing off the bat. So I want to probably pick off like Ambusher. It's actually decent for the following turn. Okay, so they bring in Krasis in this matchup. So I'm going to be able to get under their counterspell next turn. So Krasis is the card advantage that we want to get rid of. The nice thing too is next turn I get to play 2 lands. Really want a green source here for Ceratops. This isn't their Ambusher turn, so I'm fine with doing this. I'm going to draw a card this turn. Jeez. You get all the colors on here. If they Ambusher in response, I can Noxious Grasp it. Even just another land lets me Dryad and then try to kill something. This is kind of silly. It's also kind of annoying. Hey, we hit a freaking land. Deal with it. So I don't know if they have any, I guess, Nightpack Ambusher. And that's probably what they're digging for now. I'm just going to put out the Dryad here. If they counter it, it's fine. I basically want to surprise them with another green source, play Ceratops. So if they go Ambusher here, it doesn't help. go Frilled. Let's see if they run out an Ambusher. So they're hitting us for 6 this turn. Cast Uro. Green source off the top. Green source off the top. Off the top green source. Come on. Come on. They can just be... They have enough to exile, so they can cast Uro. That takes them to 10. So green source off the top is lethal. So I hit them for 5, they take me down, so I have to do Ceratops here. They have Aether Gust, yeah. Ah, da 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 da. Getting boned. I think let's run another one. There's that enchantment creature that prevents your creatures from getting countered. It's an option if we're running into a lot of counter spell decks. But I think I'd rather just play Ceratops. Just really weird mana situation that game. Our opponent had like double the amount of mana we had. Opponent goes first. Whatever, let's try it. These temples will shape our draw. So this could be ramp or it can be flash. Dryad's great. Dryad lets us multi-spell so we can then play Nissa on curve. Growth Spiral still can be either deck. I can keep the Remorse. Depending what they play out, we may want to pick apart their hand. Okay, so this is the ramp deck. So question is, do we just do our thing and then try to go after Nissa or go after Nissa? I think we try to catch up on the ramp. So I'm going to keep this because it's a swamp, so depending what they play, we can hit them. Okay, they go Cavalier here. They got a bunch of Krasis and Forerunner. Kind of don't want him to get Krasis. So I could Questing Beast. I can do this. Draw a card. I can also get Nissa set up, which I think we just get Nissa set up. Because what I'm going to do here is Agonizing Remorse. We most certainly will take the agent. Agent's more immediate. Finale is something that could come down, but I don't want him to take our Nissa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're at 6. So they need 4 more lands. I'm just gonna take this right now. The finale for 4. Oh, Thassa. Thassa lets them mill. And Thassa can also tap down her stuff, which is a little annoying. So let's draw a card here. Ooh, Vraska. So they can go big Hydroid Krasis if they want. Kinda okay with, because then I can just Vraska downtick on it. Yeah, which is what it looks like they're doing. Here. So if I do this, I can draw a card. Because here we down tick and then try to get them out that way. We got to try to race them. It's fine. Too many options. So Fabled Passage actually counts as 2 lands coming in, which is kind of cool. So if we go Vraska here, so let's draw a card. Probably just draw another card. So this is basically how the engine goes. So we have that for the following turn, which is kind of nice. Oh, that taps for 1. That's actually really sweet. So they have Nissa and Cavalier. I think I want to get rid of the Cavalier, because they can keep blinking there. So let's just go Forest here. Attack with everything. You know what, I should have held this back, because I gotta trade a land now. Or actually, because I can just do this. It gives me a 2/2 to block for the turn. So let's draw a card and let's get greedy. Ooh, casualties. Okay, the deck's doing what it wants to do. I think they play 2 finales. So it is something we need to be mindful of. They could technically probably kill us this turn. Finale also gets stuff from the graveyard. Okay, they just have Cavalier there. Oh, they have Uro as well. Uro can change the math a bit. And the cool thing is for next turn, I can actually Vraska, activate my Nissa, get a land, cast Casualties of War, float all the mana, and then Vraska, sack it to draw an extra card, play out new Nissa. So they can go another Cavalier here. They attack me, no blocks. We're just going to try to win this turn. So they can blink Uro to gain some more life. They go Cavalier. We got another Uro in the bin. Ooh, Liliana as well. Okay, so green, green, black, 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 so we casualties here, target planeswalker, land, creature. I think I want Cavalier on the battlefield. Get rid of the land, get rid of that. So we're going to float this mana. Oh shit. Why did it do that? Ah, it didn't. I thought it would let me go back. So attack with everything here. And we win. I'll take it. Alright, so for this matchup, the Grasps are great. Ceratops could be decent. Don't want Ritual of Soot. Gets rid of Uro, gets rid of the Nissa lands, so probably. Our finales are fine. Our Citadels seem a little lackluster. Or is Liliana just worse? Probably Liliana. I think we try Citadel. Questing Beast doesn't do too much against their bigger stuff. They have, well, mind you, it trades with Uro. 5 cards to cut. Deathsprout's fine. Maybe I don't want rituals. But they have like the Risen Reefs and all that stuff. Let's get rid of Treacherous Blessing. 3 cards to cut. Okay, let's get rid of Citadel. This blocks Uro. Maybe not. This does a good job of blocking like the Nissa lands. And I think for us to win, maybe Finale's not, like we're not the Finale deck here. We can't target Nissa, so these aren't as good. Now let's try Citadel. I think the way we win is same as that game. Just grind value with our dude. Sounds a bit slower. But hopefully Ritual can catch us up. Okay, if we draw into more lands, then Dryad lets us play ahead. Okay, they got Leafkin. Because if they just like Risen Reef this turn, okay, they Uro. Play draw is meaningful here. Okay, they have Cavalier. What did Cavalier find? Whole bunch of nothing. So we did find Nissa. I think we just draw a card here. Because if we can hit like this turn, like if we get a land, we play Casualties. Maybe Nissa was the better play, because then it doubles up our mana with Dryad. Crisis. Okay, so we really need a land here. Deathsprout's not a bad one. So Deathsprout lets us... I'm gonna do this now. Just in case they kill it. Because we get to draw an extra land. Okay, so we got the Noxious Grasps. Gonna keep this back in case they have Nissa. Krasis is a pretty big mirror breaker. I realize my banner. I gotta play around with that. So second Cavalier found an Uro. So this is the part where we die because they just gain a ton of mana and I can't actually kill any of these Cavaliers. Because I can casualties, but then they put a Krasis on top. And then they just draw like a ton of cards. So a little too slow this game. No blocks here. Okay, so if we go you. Kind of wish we had access to like a board wipe. Just gonna play Questing Beast here. Have it trade with something. I got Finale. Because even there, the trigger goes on the stack. So I probably want the Rider. These rituals didn't feel that good. They're just stuck in our hand. We don't have Graveyard Hate. That's something we're probably going to want to make an addition to. I don't think we want the Finale main anyways. Let's just play Liliana. Helps us catch up. We'll just play Treacherous Blessing. This is a tough one. Can go either way with the deck. Just looking for lands here. So I hope they go like Leafkin on 2 instead of Growth Spiral. Okay, sweet. Because now I can just Vraska it. That hopefully slows him down a bit. So I could go Nissa here and then hold up Noxious Grasp. Which I don't mind doing that. Let's activate you. Because if they cast Cavalier in response to its trigger on the stack, then I'll Noxious Grasp it. Maybe Blast Zone is something we want. Why isn't it letting us do this? What the hell? Oh, it's not a... I had to tap the tomb. I messed that up. Ay, ay, ay. You tap for just 2 mana. That's gonna cost me the game. They got some Nissas and some Krasis and Thassa. We're all going to the grave. Let's try maybe racing them. I don't know why I thought Temple was going to tap for 2. And this is just a bigger ramp deck than us. This might just be too cute of a combo. They don't go after. I'm gonna try to kill him. They go Nissa. Kinda wanted... Okay, so I can play out a Dread Presence, I can down tick on Vraska, and I can hit him for 12. That gets the most damage in this turn. So next turn I could Emblem and win. So they gotta try to kill me this turn. I have 3 Overgrown Tombs, which would each deal damage. Two damage each. I don't think they have, like, they don't have the board presence. This is just Crisis. Agent of Treachery. Oh, come on. Steal my Nissa, ultimate my Nissa. Are they still dead? Oh, they can Uro to gain some life. Land off the top should still do it. And we effectively have 2 draws at it. They have to make land. So if they attack Vraska, so I take down the land now. So if I take down the land now, I attack in for 6. So it gives me more outs. So I block here. They block my 2 lands. I hit them for 6 and I don't take enough damage to get it in because they block it anyways. That agent just absolutely wrecked us. Does that do it? Okay. Deal 2 damage. Deal 2 damage. Let's go into full control mode. All attack. Before blockers. Kill Uro. Should be it. Oh. Yeah. That one felt good. That one felt good. Swamp off the top was the key. Okay, I'm happy with that one. That one was a good one to take. Alright. I'm going to wrap this one up. Went for about 50 minutes. Some good matches there. Flash wasn't so good. That last one was pretty sweet. So this is the deck. Sideboard's probably something we need to work on. But I'm kind of liking the main deck. Treacherous Blessings maybe not. Finale's probably still okay in our deck. Maybe we want Cavaliers. That might be something to try out instead of the Treacherous Blessings. So maybe cut these 3 and go Cavalier. So probably test that out and then we'll come back with some more games. Anyways, thanks for watching as always, and if you want to catch any of my other stuff, it's all on my YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great one.